José Aldo, aged 37, won a unanimous decision over Jonathan Martinez in his final fight at UFC 301. Let's take a look back at his last performance.
He's got to worry about more than that for Martinez. He's got to leave more openings.
The winner by unanimous decision, José Aldo Jr.
Aldo, who initially announced his retirement in September 2022, decided to take one last fight under the UFC banner. He boxed 3 times in 2023, going 1-0-1. Aldo was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame in 2023 and was a dominant featherweight champion with a title streak that went back to WEC before the division was added to the UFC. Former middleweight champion Robert Whittaker has defended his ability to beat upcoming opponent Chimaev at UFC Saudi Arabia. Whittaker believes Chimaev is not ready for the challenge and plans to push his game plan onto him.
I definitely think the goal, much like all my other opponents, is just to go out there and fight my fight. It's about going out there and pushing my game plan onto him and seeing how he adjusts to me, because I bring an arsenal of skill sets that he's not ready for, I believe. And I think the surest way to victory is to go in there, obviously not play to his strengths, which is not engaging in the wrestle, but not be afraid of it. I can wrestle with the best of them, and I've shown and proved that.
Whittaker believes Chimaev is not ready for the challenge and plans to fight a 5-round stand-up fight.
Well, ultimately, that's what you said in previous videos. Like, you want to take fights that are going to inch you closer towards that eventual title fight. And this puts you right in there. It has been labeled as a title contender fight. So what was your kind of thought process taking a fight on I'm not going to call it such short notice. We've seen many more, short notice fights. But what was your thought process going around that?
Yeah, it's well, obviously it's like a bit of a shock because it comes out of nowhere. I would have assumed UFC were going to hold me in the ranks until for the Australia card in August, which is kind of what I was preparing for.
Right.
But I'm happy. UFC have given me this boon, and mate, this is my path to the title. This is the way I earn money for my kids, and to be able to do that so close, like I said in a lot of other episodes as well, I want to increase my activity. God willing, and my body's healthy. There's no reason why I shouldn't take this fight. Like, what else am I going to be doing?
Former UFC lightweight contender Tony Ferguson has been offered a submission grappling match against former lightweight world champion Charles Oliveira at the upcoming UFC Fight Pass Invitational event. The match, scheduled for May 15th, could potentially lead to a rematch between the two fighters. Their previous encounter at UFC 256 in December 2020 resulted in Oliveira winning unanimously, giving Ferguson his second consecutive loss in the UFC lightweight division. With all the potential options available to both of these fighters, is this really the best match that could be made? Tell us down below in the comments if you would be excited to watch this match or if you'd rather see these two fighters compete against other people. Two-weight UFC champion Alex Pereira has won belts at middleweight and light heavyweight and has wins over Israel Adesanya, Yuri Prochazka, and Jamal Hill. Pereira believes that to fight comfortably at heavyweight and maintain his lethal speed, he would need to get to at least 108 kilos, which is around 238 pounds. For Pereira to win gold at heavyweight, where the limit is 265 pounds, he would need to defeat one of either John Jones or interim title holder Tom Aspinall.
After you win at UFC 300, you said that you wanted to probably have a fight here at heavyweight. And we woke up with the news that John Jones wants to fight you. What was your reaction to that?
I was a bit surprised because I had asked to fight at heavyweight. I didn't get much feedback. We ended up changing a little bit our plans with our management team. But now that John Jones wrote that stuff, we have to see what the organization's going to say.
Promoter Dana White is not too keen on regular moves between weight classes and believes the Brazilian must defend his 205-pound belt a few more times. What do you think? And that'll do it for today's news. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like this video, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time we release a new video, and in case you missed it, check out yesterday's news.